Hello and welcome, my lovely Sagittarians. Welcome to Satara Tarot. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, and this reading is for you for February 2021, focusing on love, money and career. It is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, so please just take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. If you do connect to the reading and you like it, please subscribe and please press like. It's really nice to get a like. It sort of gives me a message that people are connecting, which is awesome. So that'd be nice if you wanted to do that. I'm using 6 different decks, and I'll put the decks in the description box below, but I might get on with the reading because there's so many messages coming through and it's a very powerful reading. So February for you lovely Sagittarians, it's going to be quite dramatic. I want to say it is going to be dramatic and dynamic. So powerful month. So we're going to start here, and this is focusing on love and relationships, so placing that in an area that fits right for you. And the messages that's coming through, you're starting it. You've got a few major arcanas. It's really strange. So you've got, with the major arcanas, they have a high energy. They travel on a higher octave, so they have a real significance in the overall reading of the reading, where the minor arcanas, they're kind of energies that you move and shift through, but the major arcanas are really kind of powerful energies. Quite often the energies coming from spirit universe to guide you on your path and move you forward where you need to be. So that even though they're sort of dramatic cards, they're really there to serve you well. So you have a number in your reading. You have 2 towers, a Fool card, the beautiful Star card, which is absolutely gorgeous, so that's a wonderful card, and the Devil card. So we're going to start in this column here, and this is looking at love and relationships, so just placing that in the area of life that fits right for you. There's a very strong message coming through here, and this Devil card here is often connected to attachment and addictions. So I feel the message that's coming through is that in the month of February, you're actually cutting yourself away from addictive people, addictive behaviors. It's something that you've been very attached to in your love and relationship sector of your life. You're cutting cords. So that could be with a person that's not for your highest good. It could be with a way of thinking that's not for your highest good, or behavior that's not for your, something you're cutting away. And what's giving me that message, because the Devil is connected to attachment and addictions. The Devil in a love reading can also mean that there's a very passionate relationship. However, passion can play out in lots of different ways, you know. So with having it with the 2 of Swords and the Tower, I really feel what the message that's coming through with this 2 of Swords, it's not really the message that normally traditionally comes through. So with the 2 of Swords, it's representing the air signs of the zodiac, and it's often been at the like a stalemate or a crossroads, or making a decision and having struggle in that decision. However, the message that's coming through for this reading is that you'll actually turn these. You've been very resourceful in your love and relationships. You've got your 2 swords and you've turned them into a pair of scissors. You're actually cutting away something that's not serving you. The other thing that's coming through, another message, is an expression, and I think I've got this expression right. It's don't cut off your nose to spite your face, because that's the other message. See how close these swords are to her face, and she's turned these, they have turned these swords into a pair of scissors. That's a message that's coming through. However, I do feel there's something you are cutting away that's not serving you, and it may not be a person. It may be a way that you've been thinking about your love and relationships. It's just not serving you, and you are definitely being supported by universe in this process, because the card here is the Tower card, and the Tower card really pulls away anything that is on a false foundation. So something that's been built up on false foundation, that could be your own delusions about something that sort of needs pulling down back to reality, back to ground, back to earth. Back to being more realistic, or it could be a relationship that's been built on faulty grounds. However, this is being pulled down in February. it's really powerful and dramatic. However, it's definitely for your highest good. It's serving you. So it's, even though they're challenging cards, it's really coming in, and it's going to be quite liberating for you. And I have to say why, because a beautiful card that I've pulled it for each column. I've pulled a card, and they're off camera, and they're the supporting card, and they're kind of like a confirmation, clarification for the reading. So this is for your love and relationship, and I'm just going to try to get that into camera shot without getting too much of a glare. I hope that's focused. And it's a really beautiful card, and I'll just read out the message to you. It says, "You have escaped the cage. Your wings are stretched out. Now fly." Oh, it's really gorgeous. And I have to say, I really feel it's connected to escaping this addictive or attachment you've experienced in your love and relationships, cutting that away with your two swords, and flying from this tower. Because with a tower, a tower can be, you know, a beautiful ivory tower that protects you, but it can also be something that imprisons you. So you're really releasing yourself from this tower, this false tower here that's never really served you. So beautiful message coming through. I might just leave that card there because it's such a nice card. So with these readings, even though I read them in columns, their messages also cross over as well. So they're not in isolation, each column. So we're going to this next column here, and this is focusing on money and finance. And again, another pretty dramatic reading. You start off here with the Three of Swords. Again, the swords representing the air signs of the zodiac. So it's about thoughts, communication, intellect. And the Three of Swords is about heartache and pain. And it's also a healing card. So it's really about healing from that pain. And it could be healing from your own self-talk, your own negative inner critic. And I feel in this, in relationship to your money and your finance, there is this sort of self-talk. Maybe there's a self-talk about not feeling that you're worthy of abundance of money, or that you're able to earn that money. There's just a real energy of coming through of sort of a lack of confidence within your own money and finances in February, dear Sagittarius. And what's giving me this message is you've got another tower. So again, with the tower, it's really about pulling down false beliefs and pulling down things that are not serving you, so you can start afresh. And it's really beautiful because you've got the Star card over here, and the Star card actually follows the tower in the sequence of the major arcanas. So definitely something is being pulled down in your love relationship, in your money, in your finance in February 2021, so you can start afresh with new beliefs, new direction, and a new beginning. And the reason that I'm getting this message, and I'm just going to pull this card down, you've got the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, again, representing the air signs of the zodiac. And it's really, the four is about stability in the minor arcanas. And with the Four of Swords, it's really about taking rest, so you can ground yourself, stabilize yourself. And the message that's coming through is that while you're taking this rest, see how you're holding this sword. This is, for me, it's like the Ace of Swords. So it's the sword that comes in as a new beginning, a new awareness, a new offering, a new insight. And the Three of Swords, which are here, piercing the heart, are going through your head. So I really feel this is about finding clarity in your own sort of self-negative talk. So this may only resonate with a handful of people, but that's just definitely a strong message coming through. And the supporting card that I pull from here is this beautiful card here, and I'm going to try to hold this to the camera as well, again, without getting a reflection. And it's the card number 31, and the card is called Why. So this is from Colette Baron-Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle. And with the Why card, it's really when we're asking ourselves why. However, and we often do it as human beings. However, I have to say, in this sort of reading, I feel that the question that needs to be asked is, instead of asking why, is asking what. Because when you ask what, it's less confronting. It's more compassionate when you're asking. You know, if you have your own inner critic talking to you about, you know, things that are not helpful for your highest good, and you're starting to ask the question why, it only sort of feeds into that. So if you sort of ask the question what, it allows you to expand and open up, because there is another sort of message coming through in this reading, Sagittarians, about February as being a very expansive, freeing month for you. You are really letting go of your shackles and you're moving forward. There's very strong energy coming through. So I really feel that supporting you is, you know, there may be some time in February to sit back and sort of reevaluate the way you're thinking about your life, your love life, your money and your finances, for you to kind of liberate yourself and move forward. So then we're moving on to this column here, and it's beautiful. I love this. So this is your career and projects, so whatever that means to you. And you've got this wonderful card, which is the Star card, and it's so beautiful to step into your reading, considering you've got these two towers happening in your love relationships and in your money and finance, because this is the next card in the journey, the Fool's journey. And this is really about coming back to nature, being connected to Spirit, Mother Earth, and starting afresh and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. See how this woman is naked and she's exposed to the elements, but she's confident in herself to do that. She feels at home and at ease. There's a real sense of coming back to yourself in this reading, and freeing yourself from beliefs that have no longer served you, or even people's way of thinking of you, you know, sort of being free of them sort of shackles to other people's opinions. And it's really allowing you to step into your own and start afresh in your career and in your with your projects, which is really reinforced again by another major arcana, the Fool card. And the Fool card is the 0 card of the major arcana, so it can be placed at the beginning or the end of any journey. So this is really about leaping forward, stepping off the cliff, and having faith and trust that you're following your true path, and really having that sort of innocent, childlike hope, I guess. Yeah, hope and faith in the future. And I really feel that this card is supporting that as well. You know, when it's sort of stating you have escaped from your cage and your wings are stretched out, now fly. That is a very sort of Fool energy. You're standing on that cliff and you're stepping forward. You're stepping into a whole new terrain, a new landscape, a new beautiful adventure for you. So beautiful card, really lovely. And I think this is really supporting it is the 8 of Swords. So again, this is a reminder how we as human beings can get so entrapped in our own thoughts, and especially within our own sort of inner critic, and, you know, not having that confidence to believe in ourselves. However, with the 8 of Swords, you can see that often in the traditional tarot of the Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a woman that's being bound and she's got 8 swords around her, and there's a gap in front of her that she can't see. With this, it's a bird that's been, a swan that's been trapped in this kind of cage of swords. Yet there's a little bird here, I think they're hummingbirds, aren't they? A little hummingbird here, sort of the message that's coming through is that the hummingbird is a higher vibration. So the noise, he's sending a noise to the swan to say, up here you can fly, which really again comes back to this message over here. Spread your wings and fly. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really hope this resonates with you, and I hope you're loving it as much as I do. I hope I've got some Sagittarius in my chart. I'm going to have a look. So really beautiful month for you, February, for you lovely Sagittarians. And I'm going to just pull in the other supporting card, which is hilarious. So this card, each time I pull these cards for your career and projects, I ask a question of universe, and the question is, what archetype does Sagittarius need to embody to be successful in their career and projects? Long question, I know. However, that's the question I ask the universe. And the archetype that universe says you need to embody is the Fool. So you've got 2 Fools, 2 Towers. If there's no other sign of a new beginning, especially with the Star card, I don't know what is. So beautiful reading. If you do resonate, please press like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I've also got some other readings on my channel if you wanted to check them out. There's a February reading, a general reading, and there's also a yearly reading for you lovely Sagittarians. So take care, speak to you soon, bye.